So it's Tuesday, December the 6th. I'm here at the Chambers Hut. So far there's no signs of any supernatural presence. I'm gonna have a look through the whole thing, all the way to the back. As you can see, it's all incredibly creepy. Oh my god. Okay, I had to get away from that place. There was a presence of some sort. Oh, by the way, speaking of supernatural presences, I just saw for the very first time the Blair Project. That's right, it's nearly 2017. I'm nearly 22 and I just saw the movie for the first time, and I have some things to say about it. So 18 years later, here they are. I feel like I'm being followed by whatever it was back there. But first of all, I thought the movie was freaking phenomenal, actually. The found footage format really worked for the type of feel it was going for. It obviously had that really grainy, scratchy look the whole way through. Not overrated in the slightest. In fact, I looked up on IMDb, a lot of the user reviews there said like there was so many just 1s out of 10s, people saying oh, it was just slow paced, it was boring, and I do not get what they mean by that at all, because it's actually really fast paced. In terms of writing and character development, I mean, there's no sort of empty space in the film. There's no scenes where the characters are just sort of walking through the woods, not doing much, or just like setting up a tent or something. Or if they are, they're sort of building up character and building up the story in a really just suspenseful, well-written way. So the movie is about 3 film students, I can relate, that go hiking out in the woods to shoot a documentary on the local legend, the Blair Witch. And this all takes place in the Marylands forest, much like this place. What the hell was that? Okay. So they're shooting a documentary on the Blair Witch, and basically it's not that heavy on the story or anything, but they get lost, supernatural occurrences start to happen. It's all very psychological, and I get how people might take against it, that not a whole lot really happens. I guess the people on IMDb, by boring, they might have meant they sort of expected more conventional scares, and this is not a movie with a conventional narrative and a conventional story structure where everything's sort of explained and all tied up nice and neatly. There's a lot of ambiguity, a lot of interpretive scenes. So when the movie first came out, there was a lot of questions of like, is the footage real? Is it like a real thing where these people actually did go out into the woods, get lost, and die, basically? And even at the time when it first came out, when I was very, very young, I always just thought, well, no, they didn't. Like, it's not real. There's no way. There's no way. God damn, I'm running out of breath from this hiking. There's no way they could have actually done this and all this stuff actually happened without being staged. So the reason I liked it, and I think the reason why so many people thought it could be real, is the acting is so naturalistic, so believable, and the dialogue it does feel very, very real. And that's what I like so much about it. From a character building perspective and a character arc, every character in the movie changes sort of throughout the movie. No one's the same at the end as they were at the beginning, if that makes sense. When things just aren't explained and they don't really make sense and you don't know what to make of things, that in itself, that psychological aspect that just gets into your head, makes you think about it for days afterwards. Oh, That is what I like about horror. So as a short and sweet, ambiguous and creepy horror film with really believable performances and dialogue, the Blair Witch Project worked on just about every level for me. And I actually am really excited about this new Blair Witch film. I haven't seen it yet. I don't think it's actually in cinemas anymore, so I'll have to wait for a bit to see it. I don't know if it'll come out on Netflix or I might pick it up on DVD from the library. But I'm excited to see that, particularly as director Adam Wingard has done it. He made he collaborated on the other found footage anthology film VHS, which I absolutely loved as well. That had that creepy, just ambiguous, nothing makes sense kind of feel to it, which really worked in its favor in making it scary. I know obviously it's not going to be as good as Blair Witch, but I still am excited. But yeah, seeing trailers and posters for it, it does look, and I know it is found footage as well, but it does look like it has a much higher sort of production value. It looks crisper. There's a lot of like lights and sound design, which I imagine will probably take away from the really realistic, real kind of thing that this film and VHS really gave us. This track feels like Red Dead Redemption. But overall, I think that's all my thoughts on the Blair Witch Project. Let me know what the hell you thought of the damn thing down below, whether you think it's supremely overrated and doesn't work at all as a movie like a lot of people seem to think, and I just don't understand that really. I thought it was fantastic. So disjointed around, it's going to be a massive pain in the ass to edit. I don't know why I didn't write out a review of this damn thing.